Howdy, 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 folks. How y'all doing today? I hope in some crazy way that this video reaches you and you get a chance to hear what I got to say. So, if you like this video and you want to share, please share. Please feel free to share. Share. Get it out there. Hey, I'm not trying to become some YouTube star or something like that. I want my country back. Anyway, I'm here because, man, I'm just stressed. I'm gritting my teeth, I'm tightness in the throat, and shortness of breath, and irritated, and Currently, our new sitting president, he signed an executive order canceling the XL pipeline. This is a big deal, folks. It's a big deal. This is something that we need to stand up and fight against, because this was done wrong. It has rightness to it, but it was done wrong. See, it starts off with basically a lie. We were told that they were not going to build this pipeline because of an Indian reservation that they were going through, and it was dangerous to the wildlife and destructive to the wildlife, and that just couldn't be. How many oil spills have we had on the oceans? Anyway, This Indian Reserve is an important factor, because it's one of the things that they're talking about the most and pointing out. They're the UT Indians. Never heard of them. Don't know who they are. Interested, curious, want to learn more about them, want to get to know their culture, people. Sounds like fun. But like I say, these UT Indians, they're the people that own this reserve that we're going to be going through. Well, they wrote Congress a letter and said, hey, wait a minute. If you cancel this pipeline, then all that money you promised us for using our land to pipe that oil through, well, we're not going to get that no more. So, what's that mean? Oh, and yeah, by the way, a lot of the people that worked on that pipelines were UT Indians, were Native Americans. We're going to save your life, but we're going to cut your throat to do it. I don't get that. There's some contradictory right there. If you look that up on its surface, on its own, you're like, what? But, it gets a little more complicated than that. Because we're going to produce this oil, but we're going to get this oil from somewhere else. We're going to go overseas and get this oil. Okay, so these people do what they want. They pass bills and laws that make them happy. They don't put regulations and mandations. They don't watch spills. They don't care about the damage to the people. They don't care about the damage to the environment. They have massive CO2 emissions, but we're going to get our oil from them. To save the world, we're going to go to the nastiest place we can to buy the oil that's destroying the world to save the world. Where in the United States, we have tons of regulations, tons of mandations. We have skilled tradesmen who've been doing this since the beginning. That's right, United States of America started this oil thing, bro. We've been doing this since the beginning. We've been making these pipes. We created the industrial revolution. We created and learned everything that they're still trying to figure out. Well, that's why we have so many rules and regulations and mandations. That's why we have the cleanest environment that we can. Because we are working toward it, but yet not killing the people to do it. But no, we're going to get that from somewhere else, someplace that doesn't do all this. Yeah, that's irony if I ever heard of it. That's stupid friggin' math. It's common friggin' sense, folks. It's right there. Go look up the paperwork. Go look up all the references. Do anything you need to do. Go look it up and find out. And when you look at the little world map with CO2 emissions, they tell you all the time how the United States is the worst, Yeah, well, go look at some of those videos. Go look at the ones and watch the formulation in the air and see where these pockets are. It's kind of funny when you watch it. And see, they're going to show you that video back in what was the latter part of last year where the fires were burning in California. Okay, California fires. Massive fires in California made of trees, burning carbon into the air. Oh, we got to do something about that. Well, California won't do nothing about that. Talk to them. They won't do no deforestation. They won't do cleaning of forestry. So they get massive amounts of dead wood. And with one little strike in an area that's made of kindling, of dryness that doesn't want to rain, and everything goes up in flames. But California don't want to do that because California ain't going to make no money, but I'm not going to get on that rag because that's another whole story that's in another whole video. Go enjoy it. Cause and effect, brother. Everything leads to one thing, to another, to another, to another. Welcome to reality. They tell you that we're going to depend on solar power and wind power, and we're going to depend on hydroelectric. We don't have those. We don't have enough. The hydroelectric that's in this country provides a small percentage. Solar provides an even smaller percentage, and windmill provides an even smaller percentage. At 7%. Barely anywhere even near the needs to meet what we need. That's 56,000 current using windmills. I have a video on windmills. Please feel free to go check that one out. But Joe Biden going to add 60,000 more and he's going to save us. 56,000 is only producing 7% on a maximum output day. That's when they're all running. And if you watch my video, you'll find out they don't always all run. But anyway, we're gonna rely on those to save us, even though we don't have those. So what we done was we got rid of a product that we were making for our people. We stopped the ability to get that product to our people in order to save our people with high regulations and mandations, making sure that everything was right and that every little bell and whistle and nut was tight and that the right equipment and the right steel and the right concrete was used. We went to a country that will use a cheaper concrete because it's cheaper and somebody else can take a few $100,000 million and stick them in their pocket and walk away. Make much sense. Now, they tell you that the stroke of the pen put 11,000 people out of business. Oh, man, out of work. Oh, poor 11,000 people. There's 350 million people. Those 11,000 people can take a blow. They don't have to. They can take a blow for the rest of the world so the rest of America can be safe and the world can be safe and we don't have to worry about climate change. Yeah, right. These 11,000 are skilled tradesmen. See a doctor, he goes to school to learn his trade. And it takes him years. And he continues to learn after he gets out. Let me explain something to you about a tradesman. A 30-year electrician. Every day on the job is a day in school. Every day we learn, and we learn our trade. We don't just learn how to put a nut on a bolt, or how to put a bolt on a nut, whatever. We also learn all the codes, all the fire codes, all the safety codes. We learn all the proper ways of doing it. We learn to deal with all the different environments. We work in cold. We work in heat. We are just as important as anybody else in this country. Let's see a doctor perform his job without the building that surrounds him, the electricity, the water, the everything that he needs. It's all important. It's all a part of. And these guys, they're on the streets, man. Now, it's 11,000 people. But, yeah, wait a minute. There was factories producing those nuts and those bolts, those washers, that concrete, that rebar, that steel, that the pipes, everything that was involved in that. There was other people that were involved in that are now not working. Oh, well, wait a minute. There's also the cities that are around there that have hotels where these people are staying in these hotels to work and eating in the restaurants. And these people are making a livelihood to go home and feed their families. Now they've also lost money because that money's not coming in no more. Those 11,000 people aren't in the area working no more. We need this XL pipeline, folks. If we need this XL pipeline, we need it for one reason and one reason only. During this past year of events, we were in need of masks. And we asked that country over there, if we could have masks, and they told us no. They told us no, because they needed them for their people. Do I condemn them for that? No, they need them for their people. But we put our products over there, and when we needed them, we didn't have them. What happens if we have an oil crisis, folks? What happens if this world has an oil crisis? Do you believe that Iran, Arabia, any oil-producing country is going to say, here, we love you, you're our family and friends, or are they going to say the same thing that that other country said? Oh, wait a minute, it's a world crisis. We need to take care of our people. Much love, much respect. Brothers and sisters across this country, come together, stand up as one. It is not a black, white, gay, straight thing at all. This is politicians and super rich against everybody else out here trying to make a living. I've been saying it for years, and I'm going to continue to say it. It's not us, it's them. They're destroying what we have. No harm, no hatred to nobody. But we need to come together and stand up as one. One family, one voice. Anyway, see the truth, live the truth, fight the lie. Peace.